Hey everyone, I just got back from GameStop and I picked up, well you can read in the title, but I picked up the Resistance Dual Pack. I've played the Resistance series. I've owned both of these games before. I sold them, which I regret now, which is why I picked up the Resistance Dual Pack, which is probably the best way I could probably get back into the series, if, you know, in my opinion. I feel like I didn't give the series a good, a very good, you know, a good chance. I like Insomniac's work. They're probably my favorite developers out there. It's just that Resistance was very dark, and I didn't really get to explore the later levels, which I hear are really good. And I don't know. I just really think I should try it again. Obviously, this comes with both Resistance 1 and 2. But it also comes, I'll show you on the back of the box. In the Resistance 2 part of the manual, or the back of the box, it says it comes with the Resistance 2 Aftermath multiplayer map pack, the skin bundle, Wrath skin multiplayer weapon, and it also comes with a multiplayer skin for the Capelli SRPA skin. I have no clue what that is. But let's obviously I have to play the game. Maybe I will find out what the Capelli or whatever skin is. So it's kind of a weird feeling because they give you something for Resistance 3, but you just picked up Resistance 1 and 2. So I think that they're marketing towards, I guess, people who did pick up the game originally and sold it maybe, and obviously people who haven't played it yet. But it almost makes you feel entitled to just, not really entitled, but it makes you feel that you have to go out and buy Resistance 3 now. I was even asked if I wanted to pre-order at GameStop when I picked it up, and I'm like, dude, I just picked up Resistance 1 and 2. I don't even know if I want to get into this series. So I mean, I got the bundle for 20 bucks after a GameStop gift card, which means I really got it for 40 either way, which I didn't get a deal at all. But here are the two games. Obviously they're both greatest hits, so you're gonna get that red box. You can, however, I'll open Resistance 1 to show you this. It comes with just the original packaging, just the instruction manual right here. Now, they are first-party titles, so they originally had a back insert, back artwork, which you see with a couple of titles such as Uncharted and Little Big Planet, you know, any first-party Sony company. I'm not really sure if any third parties do it. I only see a white back. Maybe there's someone out there that does it too. But if you were to put this in a, like say another blank PS3 type of box, you will get that back cover still. However, you're still going to have that red, you know, red coloring on the top for the, you know, PlayStation 3 manual logo. Alright, fits right back in. So that was Resistance Fall of Man. And this is Resistance 2. Now you're going to find a few differences in here. Includes over $10 of DLC and exclusive Resistance 3 multiplayer skin pack, or multiplayer skin, not a pack, because that would mean more than one. Got the, I'll show you here. Kind of want to flip the disc over, but it's upside down. You got Resistance 2, the disc, greatest hits. This is your multiplayer skin voucher and super voucher. Includes over $10. Okay, this voucher includes the. Okay, it has two of these. You've got the top one for Resistance 2, bottom one for Resistance 3. And it's only valid until March 31st. So if you were to buy this app, April Fool's Day, you'd be the fool because you wouldn't get that voucher for I guess, this guy? I'm not sure. But, whatever, you don't get your SRPA multiplayer voucher if you don't pre-order, if you don't pick up before March or April. Kind of a letdown there, but weird. I guess that's when their fiscal year ends though, so it kind of does make sense because they want to get their sales in. You got Resistance 3 packaging on the back. Modern technology, now 15 cents. I don't know. It's kind of weird because it's like manuals are rarely in color. This is 15 cents. You're telling me they can't market 15-cent manuals with color now? Now the Resistance series takes place in 1951, and then later in Resistance 2 it takes place in 1953.
In the 1930s, reports of biological experiments began leaking out of Russia. Then reports of villages destroyed overnight. Then entire cities. We feared the Russians had developed a weapon of unparalleled power. The truth was far worse. In 1949, they launched an attack that overwhelmed all of Europe in a matter of weeks. The Camaro burrowed under the Channel. We had prepared for them, but in 3 months' time, the war was lost. The Camaro had won.
It's very... It's not as... there's not a lot of humor to it, which Insomniac is mainly known for. Kind of goes back to the days of Disruptor in that sense. So it's a very serious toned story, which is why I think a lot of Insomniac fans kind of drove away from the series, because it does have that darker, more serious and less upbeat tone, like such as Spyro and Ratchet, which is just a departure from what they're mainly known for. But I will give it a fair shot. I think I can probably try it again, and we'll see how it goes. If I like it, I'll pick up Resistance 3 and probably Retribution off the PlayStation Store, so I can, you know, play on the Vita and whatnot. Of course, it has to come out soon, and yeah, the Vita's not coming out this year. That's sad. Anyway, that was it's a nice pack. I mean, you get a nice insert for both the games to keep them in, and you get 2 games for $40, which they're very nice, high quality games, and it's Insomniac. They're known for quality. So there's also a co-op function for both the games. Resistance 1, I believe you can play in 2-player co-op, maybe 4. I think it's just 2 though. I think it's like a clone though, so it's like you just get 2 Nathan Hales and you go, or maybe like another soldier. I played it. It was a lot of fun. But Resistance 2 has a bigger co-op feature. I'm not sure how many players it'll cap at. Maybe 60 players, but I think that's only for competitive. But cooperative had a very it was interesting because it had a balancing mechanic where if there's a lower level player and he joins your game and you're like, say, level 15 and he's like level 3, it'll actually change the difficulty and tone it down. I think if it's like even it's drop in and drop out, so it'll balance so that everyone gets a chance. So you're not like going to one of the later levels in co-op where it's harder and you get waves and waves of enemies, and just because you're higher level you're going to survive, while the little guy gets all beaten down, doesn't have enough skill to really fight his way through. So it has that balance, and I think it's nice to pick up and play in that sense. So if you're not that great, you still have a chance of, you know, playing in cooperatively and actually making it through the series, or through the game. I really want to try it again, and I think I didn't really give it a good shot the first time around. So we'll see what happens with this. And like I said, if I like this, I'll pick up Resistance 3 and whatever comes out afterwards, because it's probably gonna appeal to me in that way. So that's it for the Resistance Dual Pack. I will definitely be playing this for a while. So yeah, if you want to pick it up, it's about $40 on, well, pretty much anywhere. It's a greatest hits game, so it has a high chance of, I guess, reducing price even more. Sometimes GameStop will do a deal, Amazon, Best Buy. So you might be able to pick this up for even cheaper. I just don't know, because it's like 2 games in one. If you haven't had the chance to play it, I would say try it out and see if you like it. If you're an Insomniac fan or not, maybe if you're a big FPS fan, you'll probably pick it up and enjoy it. But if you don't really, if you're kind of on the, if you liked Ratchet, you might be a little left out and you might feel a little different about it. But it's really up to you. it's it's a first-person shooter. You're gonna have to understand that. So it's gonna be, it's a very dark first-person shooter. So it's not gonna be like Overstrike, where they're gonna be very funny, like from that trailer that you've seen. So if you want a very serious, even obviously more serious than Call of Duty, but with that little sci-fi feel, I'd say try it out. If you like the gameplay I've been showing across the screen so far, and you think maybe that's for you, go ahead and try it out. If that 60-player online component really appeals to you, you know, having 60 players, try it out. Resistance 1 does not have trophy support from what I know, but Resistance 2 does. So if you've got a, you know, if you've got a knack for trying to get trophies, maybe you can get them all. But that's it for now. Definitely see if you can pick it up. Maybe you can get the games individually better. I just really like this sleeve right here and the Resistance 2 and 3 DLC, so I picked that up with it. But yeah, I'm going to be trying this out, and I'll see you guys later.